Good morning, YouTube. It's a little after 9 o'clock in the morning. Some of you are still asleep. Some of you are still recovering from the Christmas celebrations that you all enjoyed. A shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. And I'm coming up here to tell why I became who I became and when it happened. And I had big reason to be fearful. I was always afraid that the people I loved the most get old, they would get sick, they would pass away, I would be left alone. Even with my lovers, I experienced the same thing: fear of abandonment, fear of people leaving. People I love and respect. Death can take you away. Certain life circumstances will take you away. And some of my people are gone. And I have to live with that knowledge. I cannot detach myself, and feeling the pain and doing these videos is very real involved to me. And I know I got over 600 subscribers. I know 300, maybe 200 of you feel the same way I feel. What is your biggest enemy? Your biggest enemy is old age and death. That is your biggest enemy. That is your biggest rival. It lives in your house. It lives in your bed. It uses your kitchen area, your bathroom area. That's what it does. That's what it does. But we got people on this YouTube app that love to put up a mirror and show my reflection. And they showed the reflection for a reason. I guess they trying to wake me up from a sleep or a coma I am in. A shout out to the chat. How much of a coma or sleep can I be in when I participate in real life? But I acknowledge those that felt the same pain I felt. Amy Winehouse, big time singer. She always felt alone. What happened to her? She drank herself to death. What happened to Marilyn Monroe? Another one. Whitney Houston, Billie Holiday, Eartha Kitt, plenty of people. Even people in my family. The ones I respected the most, the ones I loved the most, died. That was my biggest fear. I'm like Darth Vader. But who was Darth Vader before he was named Darth Vader by the Sith? He was Anakin Skywalker. Shout out to the chat. Not gonna be over here that long. I just want to come through real quick. And I acknowledge what was said to me by different subscribers, moderators, YouTube creators. My biggest fear came true years ago. The last community Stonewall I had died in 2019. Never to be here anymore. She was the one that taught me how to live my life like the way I wanted to live it, regardless of how she felt about it. She said, Arabia, do what you must do. Shout out to the chat. I'm like Darth Vader on this shit. That's why I keep calling myself Lucy the Vampire, the BT-1000, the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, the German Shepherd in the room. The German Shepherd in the room is the only one that sits on a high esteem in the spiritual world. A spiritual world you can't see. I can see it very clear. Time I have my dreams. When I get ready to go to work, I get visions. Y'all don't know, y'all don't see what I see. You don't hear what I hear. I've had people tell me my my mind is breaking up in different pieces. Psychosis. Well, I got major depression recurrent. I got borderline personality disorder. I got PSD. I got anxiety. A lot of you suffer from the same thing. I want my subscribers to create their own channels. Create your own channel and see what happens. Create your own channel, and I will go over there and support your channel because Arabia Barbosa is going to get silent in a little while. I'm going to fall back a little while from doing videos because my videos are getting deeper and darker. And a lot of people don't like it. They are afraid. And I understand their fear. I understand. Shout out to the chat. I will not join Armando Black at all. I will not join him. No, I will not join him. I will only join to who joins with me. But I don't want to let those people down. I don't want to disappoint anyone. So I'm going to step back. I am Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York, aka the BT1000, aka Lucy the Vampire, aka the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, aka the German Shepherd in the room. I am the Supreme High Priestess. I'm not a queen. I'm not an empress. I am a high supreme priestess. I do what I must. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I will not join any other YouTube creator. Only thing I'm going to do, if they speak word to power, I will support that. Speak words of power, and I will support that. And I yield to the floor so others can come up and speak their truth. I want all my subscribers, all of them, every last one, to create their own YouTube channel. I want to hear your story. Tell your story. My story has already been told. It's already been reflected in my face. People have brought up a mirror that petrifies even me, the Supreme High Priestess on YouTube. I'm not a queen. I'm not a goddess. I'm not an empress. I am a high priestess, a supreme high priestess. And as time goes on, you will see what I'm saying. But it's time for me to fall back and fall silent. Let me go back into the shadows. Let me go back into the darkness so others, your whispers, your echoes will become like ocean water. It will become like a hurricane. It will become like a tornado. It will become like a forest fire. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. I respect who I respect. Sis Fabric Ranch, you got my respect. Ronnie One Love, Empress over there, you got my respect. Sister T, you got my respect. Brown skin lady, you got my respect. Johnny Blaze, too, you got my respect. A lot of you on YouTube got my respect. I've not mentioned you because this is not a roll call count. I'm just letting you know I respect you and I'm falling back. I yield to the floor to the ones that got a serious voice on YouTube. I just want my subscribers to not be afraid. Tell your story. You don't have to show who you are. You show who you are through your heart and your words and your courage. Your bravery is what's going to get you through. I can no longer fight a war or a battle on YouTube, but when somebody addresses me, I'm going to address them. I'm going to acknowledge the hate-filled words from different men on YouTube. It's not the women that giving me the most grief. There's one in particular. Moonlight. Okay, Moonlight, I see you. I acknowledge you. Shout out to the chat. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to hit your panel unless you can hit mine. And in mine, you will be safe. No one will be allowed to come up. No one will be allowed to speak. Just me and you will speak. A shout out to the chat. That's what I do, one by one. And I'm not right about anything I do. I told you I was not God Almighty. I told you I was not perfect. I don't perform perfectly. But I am who I am. The BT 1000. The supreme high priestess on these YouTube streets. I wear a black fedora. I wear a black hair. You don't see it right away. You don't see those objects in my videos. Shout out to the chat. I am the owl that sits in the tree. I am the wolf that runs in the forest. I am the water. I am the rain. I am the snow. I am the hurricane. I am the tornado. I am the forest fire. I am the fire that cannot be put out, not at any cost. Shout out to the chat. I am who I am. Shout out to the chat. New York has a voice. New York will always have a voice. New York will always have a voice, even if it's not mine. Go to the voices of New York. Go. Or build your own channel. A lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to be critiqued. I am not afraid to be critiqued or disciplined or chastised or nothing. I invite all that. I invite all the smoke under my robes. My robes. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Y'all have an awesome day.